Good afternoon. Today's the 31st of January, and I want to take some time today to follow up one of my most popular videos of all, which was from last October and spoke about the London ultra-low emission zone. We've got just about 2 months before that comes into force, and actually, if you think London's bad, you wait till you see what happens in Germany. So for those of you who don't know, from April this year, the current London congestion charge zone will also become the London ultra low emission zone. So in addition to paying the normal congestion charge, which applies 7 to 6 Monday to Friday and is up to about £12.50 with a surcharge for a really filthy car of an extra £10, you have to pay the congestion charge, but unless you've got a petrol car after 2006 or a diesel car after September 2015, also known as Euro 6 diesel or Euro 4 petrol, you have to pay an extra £12.50. And this, of course, is producing quite a lot of confusion and angst in the drivers, particularly of these non-compliant diesel-engined cars. As I might have said in my last video, this zone is going to be extended to the boundaries of the North and South Circular in London from October 2021. So unless you drive into central London at the moment in the actual congestion charge zone, and by the way, the ultra-low emission zone applies 24 hours a day. It's not just 7 to 6 Monday to Friday, it's 24 hours a day. Don't worry. Don't worry and go and get a new car or anything like that, at least for now. Just stick with your existing car unless you are thinking of driving in the congestion charge zone, in which case you might need to think about alternative arrangements. However, if you're thinking of keeping your car and it's not compliant, so it's a pre-Euro 4 petrol, so before 2006, or a diesel car before September 2015, and you are going to be anywhere near the North and South Circular in London after 2021, then I would maybe look at changing that, because it will be £12.50 a day, and wherever you go in, Sunday doesn't matter. And obviously I can help you with that. I'm a independent vehicle consultant, so I help people source vehicles, and that's my job. So if that's something that worries you, please do get in touch. But as I said, for now, unless you live right in the centre of London or drive regularly in the centre of London, don't worry. Just wait a couple of years and think about it then. So what's the deal then with Germany? I actually used to live in Germany. I lived there in 2004. I have a degree in German, although my German's really rusty. But my sister lives there, so I go and see her quite regularly. And what I've noticed is that cars in Germany have little badges on the back of them. You might see a red badge or a yellow badge or a green badge, and they're all to do with what cities you can enter with your type of car. So essentially, the green badge is for any petrol car after 1993, and generally a diesel car after 2006. So there are so-called green zones within many cities in Germany. There's a whole list of them. But from between 2008 and 2012, they started to introduce these low emission zones in Germany. And the cars that have the green stickers, which are generally diesel cars after 2006 or petrol cars after 1993, are exempt, and they can go into these zones with a couple of exceptions. So the biggest exception is a couple of streets in Hamburg where, rather like London, diesel cars before September 2015, that is Euro 6 diesel, but pre-Euro 6 diesels are actually banned, absolutely banned. You're not allowed to go in. You get a fine, I think, of €80 for going anywhere in these zones without your sticker, because you can't have one because your car's too old to have it. And you'll see these signs saying Euro 6 diesel only on the side of the street in Hamburg. That's actually worse than in London, because at least you can pay £12.50 a day and you can get away with it. In Hamburg, you are not allowed to take your car into these particular streets at all. You just can't take it in. You can't pay to take it in. You just can't take it in at all. I've heard that in Stuttgart, and I watched a documentary on this on the Deutsche Welle YouTube channel, if the air quality gets bad, what they do is actually flash signs up by the sides of the major arteries into Stuttgart and say, leave your car, abandon your vehicle, pollution too high. And it's a bit silly because you're sitting there in your car thinking, if I leave my car right now, it's going to be in the middle of a road and it will clog things up. So what exactly are you saying? You know, I'd come all the way into work today and, you know, you're adding extra time to my journey. I've got to take public transport. I don't really think that's the most efficient way of really encouraging people to leave their cars at home. I think there are other ways that you could do it. But, you know, we don't quite do that in this country yet, although who knows what will happen in a few years. So the London ultra low emission zone is a bit of a faff. It is a bit of a pain for people who drive older cars, particularly diesels. But if you are not going to be somebody who's driving anywhere near central London for the next couple of years, or the North and South Circular after that, I wouldn't worry too much. The value of diesel cars is going down. The sales of diesel cars are going down. But, you know, for a lot of people, this won't affect them too much. Particularly if they're high mileage drivers, have a large vehicle. I think diesel engines will stay with us for some time to come. And also the Euro 6 diesels, one's made after 2015 September, they are perfectly good, are perfectly clean, and they're compliant with all these ultra low emission zones. So if you've got one of those, really don't worry at all. So I hope you found that video useful. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you like what you see, to like this video. My Facebook page is facebook.com/Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. My website is www.lloydvehicleconsulting.co.uk. Please do get in touch if you wish to have me source a car for you. I'd love to do that. It doesn't have to be a petrol or diesel, it can be any type of car. And thank you very much indeed for watching.